Alright everybody, this is Chia, and I'm here to show you my Animal Crossing City Folk town. Now, I want to start off by saying that I have played this game since November 16th when it first came out in North America. I think it's November 16th, I don't remember. Anyway, I have 4 characters in my town. One of them's a boy and the rest are girls. Ryuga's my main character. Rydia's based on Rydia from FF4. June's my best friend. And Mikuru is from the Haruhi Suzumi's series. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use Ryuga since he's my main character. This should be 2 parts showing my town, and then 1 more part showing my characters. So in this part, you'll just see most of my town. Now, as you can tell, oops. Yeah, as you can tell, Ryuga's house is paid off. His flag has an R standing for Ryuga and my real name. Yeah, white roses are my favorite normal flowers. And yeah, I'll show you his house in a later part. Anyway, real quick, I want to show you my town map. My neighbors are Whitney, Robert, Rasher, Kabuki. I hate these 2 people. They need to move out of my town. I'm trying to get them to move out. Hopefully people I like will move in. I have Mott, Tangy, Cube, Punchy, Blueberry, and Gladys. As you can see, I have an island. What happens is my river forks and creates a piece of land that's separated from the rest of my town, and it's only connected by bridges. And nobody lives in this part of town. That's pretty sad. Most of my stuff is up here, and that's why there's not much grass here. But I like it that way. It looks nice. Now, I mentioned grass. I do have paths. I have normal, natural paths, dirt paths. It took me from mid-December to early April to make all these paths, and it was a lot of work. Okay. You notice this money tree? I made it by planting 99,000 bells with a golden shovel. Each of those bags contain 30,000 bells. It's just for show. Here's a tree stump because I know some bugs only appear on tree stumps. My town hall is in the center-ish of my town, and I like that. Up here, I have a fountain. I also have a lighthouse, and I got them both legitimately. I earned everything I have. I don't hack at all. I have a pink gate. I don't know what you would call it, but it's pink. And there's my town flag, which is Altea, and is based on my town's name. It's getting dark. Well, not dark, but, you know, it's like 5 in the afternoon. Anyway, I have a nice little patch of grass here. Yeah. Okay, so, what I like about my town is that literally 2 spaces behind me, hold on, let's time this, like 3 seconds away from my house, lives Tangy, my favorite neighbor. Let's go visit her. Now, what I hate about Animal Crossing City Folk is that your neighbors start with a themed set. Like Tangy obviously would have the citrus set, but throughout the game, your neighbors change their houses and they make it worse. It's like they must have the worst HRA score ever. It's just wow. I tried to help her out. I sent her the picnic table, the cake, the toaster, and the bus model. So let's just talk to her. All my neighbors call me Super R. Yep. I love Tangy. Moving on. Up here is Nookington's, the final upgrade of Nook's shop. And from Nookington's, I have a path straight to Abel's Sisters. Here's a little path to a rock, because I check for money rocks every day. Now, here's some random flowers. Red and yellow pansies. Now, I want to say that I used to have flowers outlining my paths. What I mean by that is I have, like, flowers, like, everywhere along all my paths. That was very descriptive. Anyway, that took way too long. It took me, like, an hour and a half to water all my flowers every day. So, I just took away most of the flowers. You can still see some of them. Like, along this, I have white tulips and pansies. And you can still see it. But I just took most of them out. Here's another patch of grass. Here's another patch of grass. Another patch of grass. Here's some flowers. There's Whitney. What do you want? Lol. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, here's a path down here. There's Cube. This goes to the bottom part of my town. I have some Jacob ladders over here. Up here, yellow and white tulips. June's house and Cube's house. And then here's the part of my town where we were earlier. There's a cliff up there. Up here I have a mini little hybrid garden. I have them separated into color by row and type by column. I obviously don't have all the flowers yet. Here's a little path leading to my beach. Red and yellow cosmos. Now, coconut trees. I do not plant coconut trees along the shore or far out. I only put them on these little outlets to the sea. Here's a random assortment of flowers, some white pansies. Up here I used to have red and yellow pansies, but I got rid of most of them. There's Rasher, and I hate him. More red and yellow pansies. Another path. Now, when I first started making my paths in mid-December, most of them were based on my fishing route. Because when I first started playing, I would spend all day watering my flowers. And, I mean, not watering my flowers, fishing. I would spend all day fishing. So, some of these paths are based on my fishing route. And you can also see that they form around trees and rocks and other obstacles. And, I try to make my paths 2 spaces wide, so they're easier to follow, especially for guests. And down here is my lighthouse. Bells well spent. And, we got a few more minutes. Here's a little path along the beach with yellow and white cosmos. This is what I was talking about with the coconuts. I only put them on these little outlets. I would have put it farther in, but the rock's there. There's Kabuki, and I hate him too. Oh, really quickly, I'm gonna show you my island. Now, I already told you about my island, right? Now, I have two paths for my island. But you know what? Kabuki moved in, and he's blocking my path now. And guess what? My other path has also been blocked by a new resident. And guess what? They're both people that I hate. Anyway, there's Radio's house. Here's another coconut tree. And, I guess I'm just gonna end this video here. Next part, I'll show you the rest of my town. And in the part after that, I'll show you my characters.